Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at cryptos. So we'll start off with Bitcoin, then I'll take you over Ethereum, and then we'll take a look at Mara, MSTR, Riot, and Coinbase. So we have a lot to talk about, but before that I want to also let you know that none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. Please do your own thing. I'm just providing my opinion here, nothing more than that. Now, let's start off with Bitcoin. I did a video on Bitcoin. Now that was 10 days ago. Guys, there is nothing really changed in the, nothing changed in the structure as what I talked about 10 days ago. Here's the video on my channel. Crypto sell-off, question mark, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all this stuff I covered. Check this video out. We are still in that same technicals as how I talked about the plan back then, and it has been happening just like that. So what I talked about, especially in that video, is this is the time when I did that video on Bitcoin when we had this red candle, right? Let me actually zoom in a little bit here. This red candle. And I talked about in that particular video that I expect a continuation of the sell-off, any rebound which we got next day, any rebound up to the level of this $69,100 or so, and anything around that, it's mostly going to be rejected now, and we will continue lower and lower eventually, and we have been getting that. The reasons for that were, guys, the reason I was saying the structure has broken and rebounds will be shorted on this thing for the reasons that we lost the uptrend structure. This trend line, this pivot was lost. First of all, there's this one reason. So if I draw this trend line, you can see we lost this moving trend line pivots, right? And then also not just that, we also had a lower pivot here. I talked about it in that video. Check it out if you're interested to know more about the background. And so we had a lower high, right? And yep, I said that it's just gonna continue go lower and lower, and we have been doing just that. Now what? Do I expect still it to continue lower? Well, so the price action right now is on the overall structure is still in the downtrend, okay? So nothing has changed in that regards. If it has to become bullish here, there are certain areas it has to go above first, and at this point, well, the first thing is that it needs to close a day above 64,900, this very level. If it does that, you can expect a uptrend only until first of all $66,500 almost. So if we get into this blue box, you can expect maybe a little bit higher as well, but I'll give it just for because we are still against the trend, though we are still in the we'll still be in the rebound formation. So until this rebound can come to $66,500, if we can get above 64,000 and almost 65,000, in other words, right? If you can get back into that range, then some upside may come. But for it to fully again turn like in a full-on uptrend, after that we need to see another pivot without breaking much lower, and then we need to get out of this blue box as well. Then you can expect continuation to the upside. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, anything until then, it may give that blue box intraday, but if it starts to reject and we break now the blue box and down, then it will just continue lower. Structure is still on the downside on Bitcoin. But I gave you the levels to watch if any potential from here upside has to come. But first we have to confirm that those levels back to the upside. Otherwise, as I said, no, we can continue down to $60,000 almost. So that's a possibility on Bitcoin right now. All right. Cool. Let's take a look at Ethereum. And I talked about Ethereum as well, that most likely we would continue lower. Well, this was the area. Once we lost this level, guys, $3,600 almost, we had a lower pivot or a lower high, in other words, and we have been continuing lower. Can Ethereum go back up from here? Well, the confirmation for that level is you are watching $3,575. If Ethereum can get back above it, you can expect it to continue a little bit higher and level by level. However, If it continues to break below 50 days moving average, you can expect again $3,359, or, and well, that's where I'm seeing some wicks holding strong on Ethereum. So at this point, if you are wanting to short it more, then I would say let it break first 3,354, this very level, so that we can get out of this wicks and the previous buying zones. There's good buyers here. And then this would be the range to trade it much to the downside. That will bring it back down to $3,056. Anything above, as I said, if we start to close above 3,573, then it can continue higher. All right, that's that. Now, let's start off with other platforms on the crypto side. So let's start off with Mara. And Mara, unfortunately, guys, is just going sideways right now. And at this point, I'll just say stay on the sideline. This thing is really struggling to get up back into that channel. And yeah, that channel is done. This was the channel, and then you can see we broke out of it, and we have been just not showing any strength. It's been choppy. That's the thing. As well, you can try, but that will be, let it come close to 200 days moving average. Yeah, at this point, I would just stay away from it. You don't have to trade on all of them all the time. Stay away from it. It doesn't have a clear direction. Clear direction on this would be above $20.50, or once it breaks below 200 days moving average. Otherwise, you can use 200 days moving average as a pullback if it holds support. If you believe in Mara, you want to buy into it, it's your choice. You can buy at 200 days moving average, but I won't marry this stock. This is not the stock you want to marry forever. This is, yeah, so right, this is, yeah, if this is not showing me much play right now, just stay on the sideline on this one for now. But I gave you the level in case you want to trade however you like, right? Microstrategy. So talking about it, we do have a downtrend already ongoing here, but is the structure bullish? So we lost one of the trends here, guys. This uptrend was lost lately. Here we go. So once you see this pivot, this was the great support that first time it got, right? And we went up, then we rejected at that very level of the previous high, recent previous high. And once then we lost this trend line with that wick up on the top, the sell-off pressure up on the top, right? We have been constantly going down. Now what from here? Today is a good green candle, right? We are above 50 days moving average. If it continues to hold this level, can continue above 1484 cents, sure. This can get to the next level up there. That's a possibility. In this particular long position case, you will have a stop loss below this level somewhere, 50 days moving average. This is a swing play. But guys, remember, I'm not comfortable right now for it above 1569 cents. There's a possibility even if it continues higher, it may reject there and come a little bit lower. And then we have to see if it forms a pivot here, higher pivot, then we have a chance that it can continue higher. Okay, so that's a confirmed pivot play. And if you are a risky trader and you're like, hey, I have a lot of money sitting on the sideline and I believe in MSTR, it's going to go to the moon, so I'm willing to put a stop loss down here and just buy here, that's your choice. But you have to have a stop loss below this 50 days moving average, or in other words here it will be 1421 as per the structure change. This is coincidentally, this level, the structural level is at 50 days moving average. It's not always that the structures will be at these moving averages. This just happens to be coincidentally for MSTR here. Riot, poor thing, good for nothing right now. Right now it's not showing me structure to the upside. If structure has to become back to the upside little bit, it has to get above $10.27, but it's being shorted below 200 days moving average. It's not a long play right now. It's below 200 days moving average, so it's a downside play. Coinbase. Coinbase finally is giving up now. So what was the last scene we talked about, right? We were still in the higher highs, higher lows, right? So let me put that in perspective, and you can follow this particular trend line that we were in on Coinbase. Once we lost that trend line, guys, that's the end. And also, well, one more thing, I gotta adjust something here. I guess, guys, just give me a second. No, it's all good. All right, and then once we lost this, also this was pretty much the last line of defense, that trend line, and also this level of 235. Once we lost that, it's done. Now at this point, from where the price is right now, it's most likely going to go lower as long as we are below $235. As we stay below it, rebounds can still continue lower on this thing. How low can it continue? Well, it can just continue level by level down, guys, unless from where it is right now, if it's not recapturing 235 and above, okay? So that's that. All right, guys, well, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.